Hey everybody, Anish here. Today I'm going to be recording myself solving one of the 75 LeetCode 75 problems. As you can see, I've already done a few of them. The ones ticked in green. These are basically like a curated list of problems, which hopefully by the time you finish should be in good shape to like do interviews and whatnot. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pick out a problem. I wanted to do maximum depth of a binary tree. It seemed like a fun little problem to work on in my pursuit of landing a FANG internship. All right. Given the root of a binary tree, return its maximum depth. A binary tree's maximum depth is the number of nodes along the longest path from the root node down to the furthest leaf node. So in our example, we can see that 3 has children 9 and 20. 9 has children null and null, which is shown here. And then 20 has children 15 and 7, making the max depth 3. And an important thing to note is in the list representation, your children are always in positions 2n and 2n plus 1. In the case of 3, in the position 2n. So the second position, we have 9, and 2n plus 1, we have 20, or 2n plus 1 and 2n plus 2 if you're zero indexing. Either way. I guess the idea here is to use some form of recursion. So I'm going to say if self.val equals none, then we simply return 0, right? Because we're trying to keep a recursive count of the depth of the binary tree. Now, if a self dot, not if, I basically want to recurse now. Left sum, I could call it, is the max depth on root.left. Also, would this be root.val? Because that is the node. I believe it would be root.val, although we could always go back and change it if it's wrong. Depth of root.right. And we want to return. So if it's not none, then we know that there's something there. So we want to return 1, which is our node, our current node, plus our max of left sum or right sum. Does that make sense? Max depth is not defined. Is it this? No. I think it might be self dot max depth because you're referencing the tree node that belongs to this class. And we're talking about its max depth. Maybe self dot val. I'm a little confused. Solution object has no attribute val. And if I typed in root, right, it wasn't the value of the root, it was just our current tree node if it was none. Sweet. Okay, I'm sorry, I ran into a few problems there, but we got it resolved. Looking great. In a nutshell, if we're at a none, we return 0 immediately because we can't go any deeper than that. If not, we take a left sum of the sub tree of the left side and of the right side, and we just return the max of whatever we find. And in the process of finding the left sum and the right sum, we're calling it on its own node. We're just calling the max depth on the root.left and the root.right respectively. Sweet. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this was educational.